Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this show by the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect of those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect of the host and of the channel.
This is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the unfiltered voice.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcast About Nothing, and I go by the name of Bafana. And today, I have a very exciting guest today. I have a very interesting person. We have another than Nsuku. She come all the way from Limpopo, and she was in Big Brother MZANSI season 5. She was a top 3 girl, guys. Top 3. That's a major. How you feeling, Mama?
Overwhelmed.
Really?
But excited.
Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel to be part of the top 3? Top 3.
Okay, at first, I didn't know that there's a top 3. It's top 5 and then there's a winner, it's Chai.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went out of the house, they were like, no, you're top 3. I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, you last woman standing. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Because it was something that really, it didn't sink in me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that when I walked out. And then 2 days later, I was like, no, man. This is a thing, actually.
Yeah, it was a very a big thing for you because it was a very consistent season. I think
Yes.
the fan bases came out. We saw like a record of number of votes. So you really did good, man. Like you should be proud of yourself. Like this is a huge milestone. You should be proud of. How has life been outside since you've been now exposed to people again and stuff?
Life has been bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by bittersweet is that I love being around people. I love people, but I do get tired. And I just wish I could be normal again, just walk into a mall and not take pictures and just do what I'm there for. But because I'm someone who understands that, you can be a big supporter of someone. And when I want a picture, I want a picture, So it's a bittersweet one. It's a love and hate relationship. But I'm here for it. I mean, do you see, I get tired at times where I feel like I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to smile because my cheeks are hurting from smiling. But I just have to keep
pushing,
the energy
the Gold Nation
all the
got
time.
you, and
and I'm doing it for the Golden Nation. And because I've seen the support,
it's
amazing, only fair for me to give back into what they want me to do. Pictures. I mean, it's just a lousy picture.
Yeah, it's certainly take like 2 minutes. Or if there's a crowd of people.
Yeah.
How was your homecoming? I saw like you had a big thing there. How was that?
My homecoming was a blast. I loved it. I loved the convoy. I loved, meeting people from home. What?
I said like a blue lights, like a presidential.
Yes.
You felt like a big person.
Yeah, it was too serious. And I remember telling my dad, why? You're exaggerating now. Why? And I was like, no, I'm just doing it for you, And another thing that really made me happy is that people came out in numbers.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't make it to the venue where the homecoming ceremony was, they stood by the road, to welcome me. And it was giving Miss SA, and I was loving it. I was actually loving it. But at the same time, I just feel like it was a bit exaggerated. I just wanted the
small intimate thing
for Umde.
Come on, you're on Big Brother, the biggest show in the continent. So you have to
I think one thing about me is that I really didn't think of Big Brother that huge
massive,
thing until I came out. I'm like, it means I've been in one of the biggest platforms in the continent.
It surely is.
Yeah, but with me, me, I hardly take things seriously because even when I went to Big Brother, I was just going there for vibes.
For fun,
I'm like, I'm going to have the experience of just being in the Big Brother. But it turned out really huge, big.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but
Now let's take it back to the house now, the Big Brother the journey that you had there. It was quite a very, I'm sure, exhausting one for you. Because you were standing almost every week, tell us about your journey in a nutshell.
Okay, so with me, it's crazy. You get nominated on Monday. So from Monday night until Saturday, I've completely forgotten that I'm nominated. I'm going to remember on Sunday when it's time for eviction. I'm like, and then I have to pack my bag. I'm like, now I could be going home, So it was not much of a difficult journey for me.
Yeah.
It was smooth sailing. Only on Sundays when I remember that I could be evicted
Going
on
home,
that
yeah.
day. But from Monday night until Saturday after party, you know, until I go and sleep, I share my mind is just cruising nicely.
You're
I
enjoying
don't
the
care.
stay, got big
I mean, yes, you know, and it's hard. I feel like even when you're in the house, it's hard to always remember that you're nominated. Do you get what I mean? Because you get busy. There's a lot that's going on. So apart from me forgetting that I'm nominated, I feel like the only difficult days I'll have are Sundays, you know. Yeah, I always say that my intestines will cuddle. In fact, my internal organs, your
cuddle.
liver, your intestines, yes,
Everything,
my lungs, everything will just cuddle. But I don't think I really had it hard in the house. It was just small waters for me, honestly.
Really, because like it came across as if like you were dealing with kind of like difficult people, some people who were very sometimes testing you, in a sense, and you kind of like always come out about tops and able to handle that. How was that for you to just be able to deal with 23 other people that you don't know where they come from and stuff?
Yeah, so it's simple. Like you make it sound like it's rocket science.
24 people. I've never been in a room with 23 people.
Actually, it was my first time being around a lot of people. And in most cases, if I'm around a lot of people, it's family, it's my cousins, it's me, it's my aunt, it's my uncles. But with that one, this is how you deal with different personalities.
Yeah.
You categorize them. You know, Bafana is stubborn, he's loud, he's funny.
Yeah.
And he likes cooking. So I already know who Bafana is, you know?
Yeah.
So if I categorize them, it means I also know how to behave around those people. So to me, it was, even though I didn't get a chance to know everyone to that depth of me to say, no, I know who Bafana is. But with those that I would live with, I already know the kind of people they are. So I know how to maneuver myself when I'm around them. So it was quite simple because I remember they said first week and second week I was shy. And I was not shy. I was just, you know,
checking everything.
Yes, I was just checking. Yeah, okay, this one is like this. This
one is like that. Yeah.
Yeah, hello, hello. You know? Yes, that's me. And I remember there's a lady that I was like, you
Which
met
lady
black
is that?
women. Yo.
Which lady is that? We must put double names.
Bafana, name dropping outside. They'll sue us.
They will sue you. Let's talk about your extraordinary way of coming to the house. You didn't have the entrance like everybody had.
Yeah.
You had to have the housemates decide who to come in. I had party, I think, a couple of weeks ago where you said like it was kind of difficult to come in that way because people kind of like bagnyans in a sense. They don't like welcome you as like everybody that came into the house for the same thing. Did you experience the same thing?
I did actually. I remember on that night, Smash was like, "Good night, viewers. Now the housemates are in the house, blah, blah, blah." It's the end of the show. And I'm seated like, end of the show?
You didn't even know that you want to go on the podium and be selected?
No. It was like a serious plot twist. Nobody knew.
Oh, damn.
And I remember the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, my mom, my dad, they probably think I've been kidnapped because I'm not on stage, you know. And production came and they spoke to us and they told us what was gonna happen. I was like, damn, I'm going back home because the way I looked, because me, I'm confident. I thought with how I look, they'll be able to read my confidence. They were like, we don't want you in the house. And I remember we went into the arena and Big Brother was like, this is what's going to happen. You're going to introduce yourself and you're going to pick some questions in the box. It's a lucky dip kind of thing. And housemates are going to ask you questions. And I'm like, yeah, it's a chai for me. And we did just that. And I remember I was the first person to be picked. And I went into the house. Yeah, no, it wasn't simple. I remember I had an altercation with KB And she kept on reminding me, "Ulibetse o re re o tsentse kamo, ulibetse o re re o tsentse, o kwesa botlhoko, eng." And I'm like, what did Big Brother do? Like, look at what this man did.
Yeah.
You know? Because I felt like me being in the house, I'm indebted to
them now.
Yeah, to the housemates.
Yeah.
But also I had to remind myself that for me to be in that location, it was not about the housemates. I was not selected by the housemates. I was selected by Big Brother to be in that location.
In the house,
yeah. And for them, him having the courtesy to say we want her in the house or we don't want her really doesn't make much of a difference, because I would still have been there should there have not been a plot twist. Do you get what I mean? And I was like, yeah, no, it needs to stop. I think that's where people started seeing my true colors, that you know what? Yes, I might have chisco, but this is not Soccer City, guys. Yeah,
Akudlalelwa khona,
yeah,
yes,
you know. And I just had to set my record straight from then. So yeah, it was not first 2 weeks. I just felt indebted, but I also had to remind myself that these people who I am with as housemates in this house are as guests as much as I am, regardless of how I came into the house. So it means we're playing an equal and fair game. Yabo?
And look, now we were in the top 3 and most of them were not
left. All of them, like I'm the only woman standing. You get what I mean?
You know?
All of them that came in ka front door, everyone who went to stage and spoke to Smash, they all left and left me inside. All of them.
That is great, man.
Thank you.
That is great.
Thank you.
In the first week, you had a very interesting occasion with Mandy Hagen. I think it was the first week, yes. And you withdrew, like you didn't retaliate, you didn't say anything. Was it because of the treatment you've been feeling in the house that you came through the back door, as they said, that you didn't want to make a bad name for yourself or retaliate or say other things?
One thing about me, I'm a retaliator, but before I retaliate, I read the situation, and I'm like, I'm sober. She's under the influence. Who's the stupid now? if I'm gonna be shouting you, girl, I become the stupid one, because my mind is in a position where it thinks. It's sound. I can make sound decisions because I'm not under the influence. And I was thinking about if we wake up tomorrow morning and then I confront her about it, and she's like, I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm just saying for an example. I'm still gonna look like a stupid person. So that's how I deal with drunk people. It's not even about Mandy. Like that's how I deal with people that are under the influence, because number one, you are having alcohol courage. The reason you didn't come to me immediate is because you cannot come to me immediately. And now, because Chila's punch is punching you, you want to come and punch me.
What is in Chila's punch, guys? Like that's make you guys like
you see that drink, ne? That drink is one of the nicest drinks I've ever had in my life. It's sweet, so when you consume it,
it's nice, like juice.
Yes, like you consuming juice. After 3, that's when you're like, no, man. There's something happening in my body. Yes, but it's one of the best drinks I would recommend.
Like now, when you fast track into into the show, exactly, you had a situation where like now Big Brother comes on a Monday night, on a normal Monday night, you're thinking we're gonna be nominating each other, and he throw a spanner in the works and say you're gonna evict someone today, and you happen to be tied with Ashley. How did that make you feel coming to that?
I think it was week 4. So being standing every Sunday, and then I go to the arena. We didn't do those things in the diary room. And then I go to the arena, and he says that. I was like, it's now time. Prepare your mind as quick as possible. You know, being in that house, it makes you to think fast and make decisions fast, and make certain things that don't sit well with you sit well immediately, because there's no time. And I remember going into the arena, and when I heard that, I was like, it's chai.
You're going.
I'm going home. because nobody wants me in the house.
Now you've been nominated from.
Yes, I've been standing. I'm like, it's chai. I'm going home. And at that point, I had already accepted that Nsuku, this is the end of the road for you in the Big Brother house. And I go back and it's a tie. Even when he said it's a tie, I knew my name was there.
Yeah.
Like, I knew, you know. At that point, I'm feeling, you know what? I'm going home. It's fine. Even my mind was like, this is the same way you came in.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the same way you go out.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, no, well, the universe is not crazy. I mean, if this is happening, it means it's supposed to happen.
This way,
Yeah. And when Swiss saved me, it was unbelievable. The reason I cried so much is because already I was like, let this happen quick, so that I go home. And then when he says, when Swiss chose and say I shall stay,
the emotions, I remember, like, take us through those emotions. Like, what was like going through your mind? I'm like,
I was like, boy, you just changed my mindset right now. Least expected from him coming to me. Making it sink into me that remember that you're still in the game. You know, but I was so excited. I couldn't help myself. Those were tears of joy, by the way. I was crying because I was happy. I could have went home.
Yeah, it was a very split decision.
Sorry. And after that, I was like, you cannot get me out of the house via diary sessions where you nominate me. You still couldn't get me out of the house with hot evictions. It means I'm not going anywhere. It's chai. Housemate must just accept that I'm not going anywhere. And then I win HOH. I think that was week 8.
Yeah.
Top 14. I win HOH and I'm like, yeah, you guys, you don't understand now, because even with my voters, that my anticipated voters, it's gonna be like, I'm giving you a break. You guys have been voting from week 1, even though there were fake evictions in between. But today, this week, you guys gonna put your phone down and just watch Big Brother.
Yeah.
So to me, it was one of those situations where, like, in spirit, guys, I see you. It's time to take a break, relax.
Yeah, to relax. You're gonna put your feet up and relax. And
just relax for this week. And I made it to week 10.
Yeah. Another thing that I want to get into is that after you winning head of house, a lot of people thought you changed in terms of your character and the way you behaved and anything after winning the HOH, because people were starting to say, like, he's difficult and everything. Do you think that was the case, or you just like they not really ready for you to take about a charge like that?
I think even if it's the case, I don't know. I wouldn't say I was difficult or not difficult.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I feel like people should understand that there's Nsuku in the house and then there's HOH.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate that Nsuku is HOH.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? These two characters can never be the same. As HOH, you are running a house of people with different characters and personalities.
Yeah.
If I was to run their house as Nsuku, trust me, I was not going to be able to run that house. Why? Because everyone is used to Nsuku. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
They're used to me to be someone who does not take things seriously, someone who doesn't care, but now I'm in a position of where I am supposed to run a house. Do you get what I mean?
Get you.
Yeah, so the positions will never be the same.
The same, yeah.
It's like saying to me, the CEO and that person who is the CEO as a family man are two different things. They should, because as a CEO, you must make sure that you get your company running.
Yeah.
At home, you are running your family. It's
different.
where it is different. So it's the same thing with being HOH and being Suku. Yes, I am HOH. But I am Suku at the same time. I remember I had I don't know who I was telling. I think I was telling Mshini that, you know what? No, I think I was telling Beekay. I was like, when you address Nsuku, you can address her however you want to. But when you address Nsuku, the HOH, now that's different. Do you get what I mean?
Was it the time when he was out the door at night?
Yes, during it was called Abotleva. The theme of the week was called Abotleva.
Yes.
So we're to steal the meat and so with us, the secret agents, me, Swiss, Beekay, and Uyanda, we were allowed to consume meat. But then how do you consume meat in a house full like
with
that?
People,
you know? And they just wanted to eat meat in secret. And I'm like, you can't.
Because people will
yeah, because
see,
yeah, I remember asking him, are you really gonna sacrifice 50K for a chicken breast? Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, and yeah, that week was one of the difficult weeks for me because I was HOH. Yeah. Otherwise,
so like, because I feel like you were the person that was nominated the most in the house.
I was. I am actually.
Yeah, you were like the most nominated. Like, and the Nate as well. Like, do you know, like, what is a specific reason why these people were nominating you? Why did they not want you? What they wanted you to stand up every Sunday?
According to me, I feel like they could see through me.
Oh yeah,
the confidence, the contentment, me not really. Me just living my life unapologetically, and me being true to myself. I remember I don't feel like I changed from week 1 till the last week, right? So it's really crazy if you're in a game like that and you see consistency in someone like that. Apparently, though, they say I was dramatic and annoying, so I don't understand.
Dramatic and annoying.
Yeah, I even got awards for those.
Oh, yeah, I remember the last week.
Yeah, but I'm dramatic and I'm annoying.
Don't you see, like, okay, the dramatic part I get.
What do you mean you get?
I get it. You have.
Do you think I'm dramatic?
You are, in a sense. You would take something so likely and make something out of it, I guess.
Okay.
But not in a bad way, if I would say. It's not like you make someone like you fight with someone like out of nowhere, but you always like make things like like your personality itself. It just shows in different lights and it shines like more than any person in the room sometimes. Let's talk about the day you guys had a live nomination.
Yeah.
Everybody nominated each other, and your best friend, I could believe, in the house.
Yeah.
At the time was Matane.
Yeah.
And she then said something that and she nominated you for firstly.
Yeah.
And she said the reason why and everything. Did that shock you? In a sense, and after the shock, like, how did you now deal with that, considering the fact that you guys have had very close knit relationship and you even wanted her to meet your family and stuff like that? Like, how did you deal with that within the house and also knowing what she has done?
First I would like to acknowledge that we were both in a game.
Yeah.
I feel like the only way I could blame myself, or maybe 2 ways I could blame myself, it's number 1, being genuine in the house. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Excuse me, being genuine in the house. It's
dangerous.
Yeah. Another thing, when you're in the house, never forget that you're in a game. Do you get what I mean?
I get you.
And those are the 2 things that it really slipped my mind, because I'm one person who was very real in the house. So, and real and vulnerable. So being genuine came naturally to me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm in the game, like I will forget that I'm in the game and make real connections.
Yeah.
So yes, I was shocked when she did that. And I also like to acknowledge that she was playing her game at her end. It's okay. I don't blame her. Now that I've got time to think about it, I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Because I'm genuine.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting that I'm in the game.
Yeah.
And with her, she's very alert that she's in the game. So whatever connections she makes, it doesn't matter because she's playing a game. So I was shocked. And I remember I was like, damn. Being betrayed straight at your face, on your face, it's something that is very rare.
Yeah.
But I really love this. I remember telling Big Brother, I love face-to-face nominations because they bring everything to perspective.
Yeah.
You get to see Bafana. Mene. Muzi. Mene. So that you know how you maneuver the game now. I feel like face-to-face nominations are just a way to alert housemates that if you think that was your game, now you need to think again because this is how things look like. And I remember I was like to myself, number one, I'm genuine to this girl. Then, because it didn't come to me that she was playing her game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm genuine to this person. This is betrayal. There was never a friendship at this point because when you are friends with someone, there's some level of unconditional love.
Yeah.
And it does not only come as unconditional love, it comes as friendship is about us being able to talk to each other about uncomfortable things. We're having uncomfortable conversations.
Yes.
Yeah, to say, no, Marabafana, you can't be playing these girls, Do you get what I mean?
I get you.
And she failed to do that. And I was like, okay, number one, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, the first time actually.
Yeah, believe them. So the behavior that I'm going to show you, if we're trying to connect and build a friendship or relationship, believe what I'm doing at that time. There's no one pretending, number one. And number two, I was like, now how do I move forward?
Yeah.
I'm in the same group with her for a wager task. What do I do now? And I'm like, delete this person in your mind as your friend and turn her into a housemate just like everybody else. And I was able to do that. Secondly, I remember telling Big Brother that, Big Brother, if Mata is a real person, if she is a real person, before I make this statement, do you know that God has given human beings one thing, and that thing makes us human.
Yeah.
Which is conscious. Right?
Yes.
And I was like to Big Brother, if she's a real person, her conscience must be guilty.
Yeah, barely. Yes.
And number two, excuse me. And number two, I am not going to confront her because number one, she already know what she did. Number two, she was not drunk. So if she's a real person, I will want the guilty conscience to dine on her with a fork and knife. And I kept it moving. Kept it moving like nothing happened. We went together to the smoking area. We smoked. But then I had set boundaries for myself. Conversations that I should have with her and conversations I shouldn't have with her. So I was just like, you know what?
Keep it.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep it, natural, coexisting. Kinda was the English word, cordial.
Yeah, cordial. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just kept it like that because till this day I've never confronted her about it, and we keep it moving.
So you feel like it can never be repaired what she did to you? Like if now she calls you since you're outside and like, hey, can we meet?
Because now we're outside. You must understand that what happens in Big Brother's house stays in Big Brother's house.
Does it?
And yes, unless
some people are holding grudges outside right now.
Yeah,
still,
I get that. Unless you feel like you got very offended. And with me, I didn't get as offended as such. Like it was not. I felt like it was not that deep because in return I did nominate her. So it's 1-1 at this point. So I don't hold a grudge. If she was to call me to say, let's hang out, I'm going to hang out with her. Because I feel like what happens in Big Brother's house stays in Big Brother's house. 2 million is on stake.
Yeah, so people can literally do anything.
Yes, people can do anything to get the 2 million. Outside here, shame. If you betray me, you're playing with your time, shame. We are Zala, you're bored.
So like now, if you say like if she wants to meet, so there is a chance for you guys to have that friendship again. Like you guys like say, oh, we're gonna be friends again. It was just a game.
Yeah, from my end, yes. And that's because even in the first place when I was in the house, I was genuine with the friendship.
Yeah.
And I really like her, still like her. as just who she is. Do you get what I mean? And she did what she did because 2 million was at stake. Yeah. So that's what I believe. But honestly, I don't hold any grudge. And while we at it, I don't hold any grudge of any of the housemates that I was with in the house. Like I said, people can do anything for 2 million.
Exactly.
So yeah, so it's fine.
Talking about friendship and mending friendships, you had a friend that was outside while in the house. You expressed your discontent with her and with the way she conducted herself.
Yeah.
Coming out and find out that she has been running a huge campaign for you, trying to get fans to vote for you when you were nominated. How did it make you feel?
Is this really called podcasting about nothing? Because this is something. Honestly, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was very shocked. I didn't expect. How do you know? Yeah, I didn't expect any of the things that she did, and she continues like surprising me every day since I came out. Yeah, no, I was just shocked. I was like, crazy. Where to from here? And when we met during my homecoming, it was still weird from my end because I remember even my body language, I was like, ooh, yeah, no, man. But again, I had to remind myself that some people can't say sorry and it's okay.
Yeah.
But if their actions are saying sorry, then it's a cue that they are apologizing. And I should just open my heart as a person and the situation that both of us had. It's not like I'm innocent. I've said my piece as well. So it's only fair to say, okay, let's mend this and try again.
So like you opened, because I remember the story. It was, I feel like it was not something to like say it's not possible.
Yeah.
But now are you like really now open to rekindle that? Because like, guys, no.
I am.
So you've spoken with her. And
we speak every day now. Yeah,
that's nice. I love that, guys. I love like MABUNDA and like getting back together. Mending things. Okay, let's move back from friendships and do to other relationships.
You want to start now?
Or you want to stay to friendships? Okay, let's stay on friendships. One last friendship that we're gonna talk about. You had a friend like you had in the last weeks of Brick Brother. I feel like it was after Mshini had won, and then she chose you to the thingy, the HOH suits and stuff, and then you guys started to form a relationship there.
Yeah.
But that relationship, a lot of people questioned it because it was random. The whole season, you guys had not been close like that. But now, all of a sudden, it's just like felt like you guys are coming together because of a condom dislike in the house or condom enemy, if I may put it like that.
Yeah.
Do you regard that friendship that you have with her like that?
First and foremost, I don't know where people were watching this Big Brother. The reason I became friends with Mshini is because Mshini was close with Muzi. I was close with Muzi. If I'm hanging out with Muzi, Mshini will come and join us.
Yeah.
If Mshini is hanging out with Muzi, I will go and join them. Do you get what I mean? And it happened from the Kokeleba or during the times where they were doing a wager task. And she was acting as a presenter to Muzi, and they named him and Kokelo Babo of Muzi FC. That's when I started hanging out with Mshini. I didn't hang out with Mshini out of the blue. That's number one. Number two, when Muzi left, Mshini was close to Muzi. I was close to Muzi. When Muzi left, what was supposed to happen between me and Mshini?
Yeah, they continue as...
Yes, do you get what I mean? And I'm very grateful. And I know it could have been unfortunate for Muzi and me and Mshini. But in the same breath, it was fortunate enough to give me and Mshini a chance to be together. I remember the first day I walked into the house, the first woman I liked was Mshini. I felt like she was so pretty, she's so petite. Like, me or Mshini is so beautiful. And I was like, yo, when you are very beautiful, And I remember I had contact lenses, but I'd let my containers. She also have contact lenses. And she's like, no, we can share my container. And I did that. So the friendship didn't start when Mshini became HOH.
Yeah.
The friendship started during the time Muzi was still in the house.
Yeah.
And when he left, we decided to continue because we were connecting and we kept on connecting. And she spent, I remember she spent a week with Tyrone in the loft. The second week, she won HOH. She chose me. The following week after she chose me, I won HOH and
You chose her back.
And I chose her, you know. So till this day, Mshini is still my friend and she will continue to be my friend. And with what she says, I understand that me and you are friends, but I don't regard you as my friend. I regard you as my sister because I'm way too older than Mshini. And I've spoke to Mshini's mom and she understands the friendship that we have. And that's what matters.
That is so beautiful because like I feel like some relationships that are created in the house, they sometimes like you crack out outside the house. So do you feel like Mshini, because I think your relationship strengthened a lot after you had lost Abantu, apparently not lost in the sense like Bashunida, but like they left the house. First it was Bonnie B, you were close with her like in the first weeks, and then Muzi also left. Do you feel like now you found like another friend in Mshini that was like, oh, I can now have someone? Because also Mata as well, because you had quite an unfortunate of losing people that you were close with, you know, in different ways in a sense. So like in Mshini, did you like find that friend that, and also you like, oh, I can still have a friend even though I've lost other friends in the house?
Yeah, so also when I started losing friends like that, to me, when Mshini came, she was just, how do I call this? A sense of hope for me. She was also a sense of belonging to me. You get what I mean? It was like I felt like I belonged, you know, even if it's one person whom I'm belonging to, I feel like that's enough than not having anybody at all. I remember when I won HOH, nobody hyped me then. No one was cheering for me. Only Mshini. And now that I get to see the video, I'm like, dang, I was right. Because everyone is seated and annoyed. Then I got the HOH position. But Mshini was like, and I'm like, we're going back to the loft when, you know. So Mshini came to me at that time during the last weeks as a sense of belonging and a sense of hope to say, you know what, you can do this.
The game still go on.
Yes, but also even when she left, me, I can live by myself, bruh. Me, I can sit by myself. I know I'm talkative. I know I like being around people, but that does not take away the fact that I can sit alone by my corner and not talk to anyone. So it was not much of a train smash. And I just love how everyone in that final week in the top 5 just came together irregardless. Because if you can check, no one was close to, okay, at least I was close to Uyanda from week 1. But maybe in the middle, you know, both of us had reservations about each other, but we still continued being with each other. If you can look, all 5 of us, we were on our own. Nsuku's friends have left. Uyanda's close friends have left. Nate's close friends have left. Jojo's close friends have left. Sweet Kuluva's close friends have left. So we had is each other.
And you guys made it work that week. It was kind of awkward in the beginning, but like you kind of made it work because I could tell you guys are coming from all different places. Like you've been accustomed to sitting with someone and talking to someone, but now you're forced to like mingle with each other and stuff like that. Moving on to that. There was a time, I feel like you're the lady that shot a lot of shots in the house. You do shoot at your shot, ne? You shot a couple of shots in the house, but there was one person that you were persistent with your shots, and you wanted to get that shot in, and it was Beekay. What was it about him that made you like, you know what, this is the tall, not dark, the tall light skinned nigga that I wanna like be around as often as I can.
So remember that 2 million is at stake at this point. And I didn't really have a strategy in the house, but be myself. But I just wanted my stay to be fun. I just wanted to
do everything you need.
Yes, like make other people feel uncomfortable, but in a way that is fun.
Fun, yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And unfortunately for me, Beekay was the target because I felt like, okay, I loved the fact that he kept on denying me.
But still
But in the same breath, he's here. He will still give me hugs. I was still, okay, well, for a kiss, I only got a kiss during the Valentine's week.
Not twice. Also in the party, you got a kiss there.
It happened more than once in a day.
Okay. It was the same day.
Yeah, same day. But with Beekay, because this is one thing about me. Remember, I told you that I categorize people, so I know Beekay is shy. Beekay is not gonna be doing certain stuff.
Yeah.
He's reserved. He might be funny, but he holds on to his principles so much. And he was just my target that I want to see where you're gonna end up. Yeah, I'm gonna see where you're gonna end up. And when he gave in during the Valentine's, I was like, look at you.
What a man that is.
Yeah.
So like, well, Beekay was in a difficult situation. So
also that situation of his it just kept on putting fuel into my
plan.
Yes, making things fun for me. It like I was like, woo, you're with Nate. Gonna see about it.
What do you think about their situation in general? Like in your own perspective, when you were looking in from the outside?
Okay, first time I remember when it started happening, the first thing I questioned was Nate's sexuality. I'm like, but it does not make sense. If you are part of the alphabet gang and you say you only date women,
yeah,
it means you see yourself as an equal with a man. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
And now you are cuddling. I remember Beekay even changed his the way he sleeps to Nate's chest, and I remember saying, "Oh, now you're sleeping on each other's chests." So to me, the first thing was questioning Nate's sexuality because of the behavior with Beekay. But at the same time, as time went on, I was like, well, I guess at the end of the day, she's still a woman, and she has every right to say, no, today I've made another decision. I'm no longer lesbian. I'm a straight woman. No one is gonna question her.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. So I was like, Dala, what you must, baby girl.
In all of this, there was also Mshini in the equation. The equation like of Beekay, you also Mshini. So three of you and him.
Beekay.
What was drawing you guys to him so much that you also now if after you see there's other girls, but you didn't.
Yes, because it was part of me making things fun. Like it was not that deep. Like
it wasn't anything serious.
Yes, from my end.
So if he pursued this, it would have been like, no, I don't want this.
I would have made it difficult for him, as in like, I don't know how to put this, but it was just fun for me. And I remember telling him, Beekay, that, you know what, you need to make a right decision between me and Mshini. Okay, I'm going to exclude Nate. Between me and Mshini, because immediately I walk out from this house, I'm going to dump you. Because I know my relationship with Beekay won't survive outside. And my thing was like, Beekay, it's either you give in now here in the house, we have fun. When we get out, it's chai. But I felt like you also wanted something from Mshini. And I remember uttering words like, if I don't get what I want, nobody gets what they want. Yeah, and I made sure. So here's the thing, right?
I get you.
Beekay is open to me to talk about Mshini. Mshini is open to me to talk about Beekay. So it means
you have the whole thing.
Yes, like I'm just gonna run this like a dictator, because I've got both information that I want. Number one, Mshini doesn't like Beekay like that. And I know that.
Mm.
Beekay does not know that Mshini doesn't like him like that. I know, but I keep on saying, no, you just
should.
keep on trying. And I tell Mshini that, yeah, if you don't want him, it's fine. Eh? But also, my thing is, I wanted Mshini to succumb to Beekay. Then I go to Beekay, and then it's two girls, and then just make his life confusing in the house. Like that was
I think the most
plan.
confusing thing he did was also asking Mshini to be his Valentine the same week as Valentine, and then now he's cuddling up with Nate, and then Mshini pulled the blankets
And
over.
then apparently they were kissing.
Apparently,
Yeah, like because really, I don't know. Yeah, a lot was happening.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on because in the sense of like now, let's talk about the monitoring spirits, our brother, the Muzi and the Mbuzi. What is the relationship like? I was so happy. No, guys, you have a good. I love that one. You know what?
I knew we were coming here. I knew.
That's the relationship I love the most because it's funny, it's cool. You like it makes sense between the two of you. Like you have good conversations together, and I remember like you guys when because he started pursuing me from the first week.
Yeah, from the first day. Actually.
Yeah, first week he was like, yeah. But he was like relentless with it. And when I was like, "Are you too short for me?" And my brother said, "No, are you gonna sleep hungry?" Because
hey,
no. And then like, how's the relationship now? I saw you went to your homecoming with him.
Yeah. Muzi is a very good friend of mine. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it.
No, come on, continue.
But Muzi is a very good friend of mine. And I think we make a very good friends, and it will remain like that now and going forward.
There's not anything beyond
No.
because it seemed like during like he's like twilight days in the house, like you guys were like spending a lot of time together, cuddling, snuggling, kissing, and doing all sorts of things.
What do you mean kissing? It was just a baby kiss. What do you mean kissing?
Kissed like on your blankets in the bed and
what kind of kiss did we kiss?
You guys kissed a lot. I can't specify a kiss now. It was baby kiss here and there, deep there, whatever it was. Am I lying?
You're not lying, but
I was watching the show,
facts. There are no facts. You're not lying, but it lacks facts. Yes, it lacks facts. I know people think I was using Muzi as my game in the house, but also I want people to remember that most guys in the house disrespected Muzi. And, I just wanted to put back that respect on his name, to say, no, you'll never date. Who's going to date a short man like you? Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, even though I didn't discuss this with him, I was like, Muz, he's going to be one of the people that I hang out with just for the sake of respect. Do you get what I mean? And I know that in the same breath, there are certain people who didn't respect me in the house, but they don't have a chance. I'm top 3 now, and I'm not only top 3. Yesterday, they've just announced that the top 5 is
Ambassador DSTV.
Yes,
congratulations! How does it make you feel?
you.
I was getting to that right now. I'm like, you are ambassador of
MZANSI Magic,
whatever it is. Like, it's a big thing.
So here's the thing with me, I'm a slow learner when it comes to...
Oh, what a slow learner.
Yes, when it comes to grasping huge information, something that is unbelievable for me. It might sink in 2 weeks from now that, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's just like, oh, thanks, guys, It was really a simple journey for me. Like, how I got here was really simple.
Yeah.
But I know a week from now, I'm going to start having serious heartbeats because it's crazy. But for now, I'm chilled, but still excited about it. But now I'm just taking it easy, It's just like, okay, she's a brand ambassador.
So that means you're gonna be flying everywhere DSTV takes you, because
I'm their baby now. I'm their baby.
Oh my days! I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Now you understand the brand, because initially you take Kalen like you You didn't understand how this thing. I it's quite a big brand, and
yeah, it is. It is.
And I think so many people would dream to have this position that you guys have right now.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to embrace it because it is quite an amazing thing. You guys did entertain us.
Did we?
You guys did.
Like, cause me, I'm thinking, okay,
What?
these people feel very entertained by what?
But your lives, the things you guys do there, like the stupid things that you guys do, we laugh about it and move
Okay,
on.
okay.
The fun things, the fights, the jokes, the love, whatever.
Cause like first week for me was like, so people are watching us just walk from the kitchen to the bathroom and come back. Like, so people are entertained by this. And I'm like,
It's
yo.
moments, not everything, but like there's moments where like, but I have your moments, like, what happened with Nsuku and everything, whatever.
Yeah.
There's moments for everybody else as well. So it's,
what was yeah, now I'm becoming the podcaster. What was your funniest moment or most entertaining about me?
I feel like when you made Olonduzana, the first one when
I had a fight with Mendy.
No, not the fight. When you told everyone that everybody here sees me as their family here. When everybody was family zoning.
Oh, okay.
That was funny. And when you like spoke to everybody, I don't know what you guys do every time you guys putting me in a family zone and everything. That was funny.
Okay.
And when you pushed Udonduzana Beekay and make him look like squirm a bit, like like he doesn't know what to do with it. That was funny to watch.
Okay.
And also with Umbuzi telling him like, when you can never date me, when are you like what you can never, So those are one of the moments that I really, really like find it cute and funny at the same time. Moving forward, you often said like, and even today you still say like Uyanda was like the winner for you. Why is that? Like, why are you so held on that? Like, what is that experience? Like, not to say like he wasn't deserving. I just want to get your perspective on what you were seeing.
So according to me, I could be wrong. And I stand to be corrected.
No, fine.
According to me, the whole Big Brother thing game, right? It's about character. It's about personality. It's about self-discovery. And when I speak about character and personality, if Ubafana is part of the housemates, I must know how Ubafana behaves when he's happy. I must know how Ubafana behaves when he's angry. I must know how Ubafana behaves if he feels pressurized. I must be aware, or I must know how Ubafana handles just about everything. And you must understand that when you're in the house, you don't get to experience everyone in that sense. And because I was close with Uyanda, I got to understand who Uyanda is. I got to understand what his views is. I got to understand how Uyanda behaves when he's angry, how he behaves when he's happy, how he behaves when he wants to gossip, how he behaves when he feels pressurized. And I got to understand that about him. And I felt like with every aspect that I've mentioned, Uyanda is the umlilo, because we must not shy away from the fact that there's a theme for yes, and it does not take away the fact that it's about self-discovery, it's about personality, it's about character. Who's got the strongest, who behaves the funniest, who, like there's a lot of things that are involved. And because I was close to Uyanda even from week one. I got to understand who Uyanda is. And I felt like at that time, if Uyanda is not, if I'm not taking the prize, it means it's Uyanda, because I also feel like when I was in the house, I was vulnerable enough to show people how I behave when I'm angry, how I behave when I'm happy, how I behave in general, just vibing in the house, all those aspects
count.
Yes, and I was able to show them, to say, this is who I am, even though I'm showing you the part of who I am when I'm in the house, because I feel like also the Nsuku in the house and the Nsuku in the outside world could possibly be two different things. Because now I've got my freedom. I've got my freedom of speech.
No rules.
Yes, but at the same time, there are serious rules that governs me. Do you get what I mean? And then now I'm in the house and I'm told to live my life unapologetically, without the fear of you know, being judged
Gotcha,
or
yeah.
being arrested or being, you know. So it's two different things. When you get into the house, this whole thing you're showing us, yeah, Bafana is always laughing. We might not see that, yes, when you're in
everything
the house.
changed there.
Everything changes because you are closed up in a space where you can't see the outside world. You are closed in with people, 23 other people from different corners of the country
Yeah.
with different personalities and characters, and you need to maneuver your life around that for 71 days, for an example. This Bafana, this is always laughing. We might never get to see him.
them,
Yeah.
Well, now, if now people chose Sukulova to win
Yeah.
this season, for you, like, if you listen, your point of view makes sense in
Yeah.
terms of like you analyzing everything from
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 2 5 where you've analyzed. I understand it because I always now look at the person that endured the most and challenged the most in the game,
Yeah.
like being the one that's gonna fly the most in the game and eventually win. Now, because even I think he was very surprised that you were evicted. You know,
Yeah.
when we were third place, he was shocked. He thought maybe you were in the top 2 or even maybe subsequently win.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe the feeling was the competition between you two was very much similar because you guys perceived him as like someone that was going to get high, and
Yeah.
he was like, now when Sweet Guluva, what do you think about him winning in general?
First and foremost is that, remember I told you that we don't get to see everyone
Yeah.
in
How
their
they
house
behave,
as
how they
much
are,
as viewers do. Do you get what I mean? And I don't want to shy away from the fact that Sweet Guluva is a very funny person.
Very,
And at times it can be very entertaining, maybe with the dancing, with the singing. Sometimes I'm not around that space where he does that. Sometimes I'm not involved in a conversation where he's being funny, but the viewers are able to see that, you know. So I'm not it's he is deserving of winning the 2 million because the viewers saw what I couldn't see when I was in the house. And out of 24 people, I would even be shocked if Ezra won because I've never been around Ezra like that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get you,
I would still be shocked if, for an example, Abobo won because I've never been close to. I'm like, oh, really? So you were entertaining people like that, you know?
Yeah.
And people must understand that when we're in the house, we are our own entertainment, but the viewers are the ones that chooses to say, oh, this one's entertains me the most. So I feel like he is deserving of winning the whole title of Big Brother MZANSI Umlilo because the viewers have seen things that most of us in the house didn't see it. It's just unfortunate that I'm gonna say it like it is, that me as a housemate, and it's okay, me as a housemate, I couldn't get to see him like that because I was not close to him. But those who are close to him, who were close to him in the house, they knew that he's deserving of the 2 million. Even the viewers knows that he is deserving of the 2 million. Apart from us other housemates saying, no, but you were always sleeping. Yes, we don't know that if we were sleeping, there was things that we were saying that entertained the viewers. So yes, he is deserving.
Okay.
Because with me, I only got to see what I could see in the house, and the viewers got to see almost everything. Yeah.
Do you think Ashley leaving kind of like amplified him a little bit more?
I think so because I remember we had a conversation about it and we're like, since Ash left, you're now back to the game. Remember week 1 he won HOH and he kept on winning and on Friday Lotto games. And then and I feel like it's normal. And when apparently, I don't know, allegedly, I need to. Oh my God.
Allegedly?
Hey, you wanna get me dragged, Bafana?
No,
tired.
never.
Yo, okay. Allegedly, Ashley was the one who told Gurova to, relax now. Because, not in a bad way, in a way to say, I don't know.
You were in the house, like, I think there was this thing of like every girl in the house wanted Sukulov. You got the juice for us. Like, did you hear that or see that?
With girls wanting Sweet Guluf, I don't know. Me, I was minding my own business, eh? I don't know. I don't know. So here's the thing with me being in the house. I'm one of the oldest girls in the house. So dating for me in the house would have been, if I was to date in the house for real, I would have dated Savage,
yeah.
but he turned me down.
He had KB.
Yeah,
They were
no.
interesting. I think I even saw you guys kiss, you know.
So it would have been okay. It would have been Savage, and the reason for Savage is that we are likely to be on the same height and same age. And when I say likely to date him is because you know when you say, oh, I want this one, and then you stay with that person, you're like, yeah, no.
So when you first came into the house, it was that guy that you like, okay, this
yeah,
guy,
yes, yeah, but until I got to know him, I'm like, no.
Like allegedly he's married. He's like,
I don't know.
I heard that.
Remember me? I came out last week from the house.
But the news came out this week, Mos.
Did it come out this week?
It came out this week, if not like late last week.
No, it came out before I even got my phone.
No, like I think now it's came out now when he was doing rose petals in the video, whatever.
I don't know if in the video, like me, I'm just like the way I'm so pleased whenever
I'm giving you tea right now.
Okay. Hey,
So,
Maring, what are they saying?
Again, I think that's the reason why they in him and KB split, because they did this Valentine's shoot together. You know, I'm talking like Madam Mamko pose. That's not my thing.
No, it's okay.
But I'm giving you some information
since
you've been in close.
No, this is a safe space.
Yeah. So apparently, allegedly, they were like together after the house, you know, because I remember they split in the house, and then but after they evicted, they rekindled their thing. They had this amazing photo shoot on Valentine's that they dropped photos. I in the house, they were dropping photo shoots and what they were looking good. Not a week later, then finito, done. Apparently allegedly the guy has a whole wife and he's busy, like, no, whatever. And that's what KB said on the podcast, that other podcast that she went to.
Where's the wife? Have you seen the wife?
There is a video that he posted, but the wife speaks. Allegedly, it's the wife. People are saying in the comment section and everything. And he's deflecting in the comment section.
Let me tell you something. What I've learned since I've became in the public so much.
Yeah.
South Africans bayakhona ukukhanda story.
And futhi
yes, like it becomes a serious thing. Like, okay, no, that's true. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to believe now, because things we read in tabloids.
Have you spoken to him since?
No, I haven't.
You have intention?
Yeah, I get it. Said I'm his sister. So
as a sister, you must speak to the brother.
And I remember I was very happy on the day I saw him putting on foundation on his face, and I'm like,
foundation?
Yes, and I'm like, so you see me as a sister. I'm very thankful, my brother, that you say sister in me, because what are you doing? You know, what are you doing?
Put foundation in his waist.
Yes, during diary sessions, I saw him putting on makeup.
So before you go to diary,
imagine me. I'm the man of the house I was the man of the house in that house, because I don't remember myself attending diary sessions with makeup on.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I want to know, what can we expect now from Nsuku going forward? As in, like, what is, like, we know that now you got this huge thing happening.
Yeah.
Being the ambassador of one of the biggest cable network in the country.
Yeah.
So now, what can we expect from here onwards?
Expect seeing me on billboards.
Yes.
I'm kidding, but that's what I want. But that's what I want. I want to go back into modeling, and I hope and believe that big brands are gonna be working with me. I'm hopeful with that.
Yeah.
I also want to venture in DJing, but strictly deep house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to DJ for
we have someone to teach you, you know. Mbuzi.
Yeah.
You know, he will teach everything.
Yeah. So I want to go into venturing into DJing. I know the basics, ne?
Yeah.
You know, to put in a song and take it out and another one.
Whatever,
yeah, but I want to learn, you know, effects, you know, those kind of stuff. Yeah. Then yeah, that's about it. And also I'm also open to do acting. Yeah, I mean I've got a certificate in acting. So a gig, an acting gig, yeah, and even if it's for 3 months, it
We
won't
can see we'll
hurt.
go skim Sami there.
You
But
know,
Ebo,
yes,
who?
yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you want to clear before we go further? Like maybe there are rumors going around that you want to clear. I'm giving you this opportunity right now to clear anything you feel.
Hey, Baba, I mean, I don't want to clear anything. People are still gonna believe what they wanna believe. What I've learned in life is that don't even clear your name because someone believes what they heard because it suits the narrative they have about you. So whatever you've heard about me, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play a little game now. You're gonna give me a housemate. I'm gonna ask you a question. You're just gonna give you an housemate. No explanation, no questions, nothing.
Yo, that's tricky. That's very tricky. That's very tricky.
Which housemate was your least favorite?
My least favorite. Sure. Why? Why are we supposed to play these games?
Because it's just fun.
And whatever answer I'm gonna say, I'm lying, ne?
Oh,
it's a lie.
It's not a lie.
No, it's a lie.
I'm gonna cut that out, guys.
It's a lie.
Mm.
The most housemate I like list.
Yeah.
I still like them, but
No,
just list.
No, your least favorite.
So they were my favorite, but my least favorite.
I'm not gonna say you hate because I don't think you hate anyone.
No, I don't hate anyone.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like your least favorite, like someone who just didn't feel like that.
Yo, this is gonna sound like a cliche, so I'm not gonna say their name. I'm gonna change to.
Why are you changing? Because you know your answer. What you're overthinking it now?
No, you want people to drag me now. You think
in.
you to say Avela when you hate it.
Oh, it's a hair.
Yeah, it is a hair.
Who?
Goku.
Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Goku, like, I feel like she disappeared. Like, I've never seen or heard of her, like, since she got evicted.
I don't know.
Anyway, who were you shocked to be in the top 5 with? Like, that person, I'm like, damn, he here as well?
And this one is simple. Jojo, guys.
You didn't think she was gonna be there?
Yes, and not because I've undermined Jojo, ne? Because I feel like, when you see a sweetheart, Jojo to me is similar to Pilile, And I was like, oh, Jojo, you made it to top 5. She also couldn't believe herself, that I made it to top 5. Yeah, So yeah, it has to be Jojo.
Yeah. Which housemate you thought, like, when you were still in the game, this one is strong as fuck outside. Like, and then you come outside, I'm like, she's mad, not really as strong as, or being followed or liked a lot outside.
Or liked a lot outside. Yo, I don't know. Like, this question is also better than based also on my experience, right?
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like,
the person I thought was strong and they left. In fact, I was shocked when I came out. I was shocked about the Bandana boys. I was like,
oh, you like, yeah, ne?
Yeah, because I was like, woo, Bandana boys.
See what you've done.
Yeah, what happened? Because
you didn't see it in the house. Like, now you come out as a different thing.
Yeah, because I feel like in the house, even though they were good followers of each other, I felt like they created a very good team. Like I said, that we don't get to experience each other in full. Yeah. So with the Bandana boys, you experience them, but just a part. Yes, and the public, the viewers have experienced them in a way where they feel like you're not supposed to be in the house, and they come out and I come out happy. Like that's like 4 weeks later, I come out and
it's a different thing.
So nobody likes the Bandana boys. It's like, what's up?
I saw Spally's live yesterday. He was literally crying,
Shame, man.
He was literally crying about what has been happening since coming out of the Big Brother.
Yeah.
it has not been cute, and people have been saying a lot of it. Because I remember when I did an interview with him, I posted a video of our interview, and people came for him and like swore at him, his mother, and everything. You know, like it was bad.
People are gonna come for me as well.
Nah, you good. It's not. People like you. I think when people have decided to not to like you, they're not gonna change their stance.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with them. People then they didn't like anything, even though they tried to substantiate their reasoning why they did this and that. It's never gonna change because, as you said, people when they form a opinion of you that fits their agenda or narrative, it's never gonna change.
Yeah, true.
So I think that's what happened with them, and it's quite sad now how everything is unfolding and. You know, and it's quite. It was sad. I was like, shit. This is it's a show, guys. It's a game.
It's a game, and it's a game of personality and character, and you need to test certain people. 2 million is at stake.
Because who had to go like the simplest route and take nobody. You
Because
have to face adversity.
Yes, because even with Sweet Guluva, I don't think it was a nice thing that his girlfriend had been taken away from him like that. So at the end of the day, you're like, yeah, it's sad, but it's a game.
Who's the biggest instigator or manipulator in the house?
I think I want to sneeze. Like, I'm being for real. I'm being for real. The biggest instigator. Can I change the word instigator to many?
Yeah.
Yambona Melino. Melino is a smooth operator. Melino would laugh at you knowing very well that 5 minutes ago he was listening to certain things that were said about you. You know, they still come and keep a very nice face and still laugh with you. And the reason, can I please put a reason why I said Melino? I remember there's a time that he came gun blazing at me in the arena. We were practicing, we were, preparing for the wager task. And then he came. I remember, like, with different groups, when you're in another group, when they start performing, we have that thing of, boring.
Because it's a competition.
Yes, it's banter. Like, it's competition. Yes, And I said, boring. And he flew from the stage and he came to me. At that time, I'm like, I'm going to stand up to show that I am firm and radical with what I've just said. And then he left. And then same night after the wager task, he came to me and he was like, yeah, I know me and we can have our own differences, but I want you to pursue in modeling, you're good at it, your legs, bruh, you're good at it, blah, 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 blah. Sharp. Weeks later, Uyanda shouts at Jojo. And then it becomes chaotic. That's Saturday. And I remember they were like, yeah, you don't talk to a woman like that. Blah, 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 blah. Melino is part of the conversation.
Then she came on to you like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh. And then they went, what are you saying? Like, what's your story? And then on Sunday, I confronted him. And I was like to him, this one was in the couch with Sweet Guluva and Abu. And I told them, they wanted to stand up and leave. And I'm like, if you don't want to leave, don't leave. I want to confront Melino. If you want to hear what I'm confronting him about, you guys can stay. And my first question to Melino was like, do you think what Uyanda did to Jojo is different from what you did to me? And I was like, even with Uyanda, we can even, put reasons to say he was intoxicated. With you, you were very sober. Number one, I'm someone's daughter. You are a father to a daughter. Would you really appreciate what you did to me if it was done to your daughter? And I was like, but I didn't see it like that. I'm like, no, I'm making you realize that there's no difference between you and Uyanda at this point. You and Uyanda are just the same.
Just
so
different context.
Yes, but I don't know, you guys just did the same thing. If it's about women and you don't want a man to stand up to a woman like that, then don't have double standards. If Uyanda can't do it, you can't do it as well. Nobody must do it, you know?
Sure.
So, yeah, and I remember telling people that if it has to come to gossip, I know for sure that Meluno could have had few gossips with the matter about me, but it's fine. Yeah.
Everybody like said you were like the best when it comes to cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody loved your food and your cooking and stuff. So who was the worst cook you've ever encountered in that house? Like you said, what am I eating, Kosiami? What is this?
I would say Jojo, but I can take it back. Cooking, when you're in the house, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have ingredients.
So you make what?
So you make what works at that time. So I wouldn't point out who really is a bad cook because we don't have certain things to make the meal a
But
meal.
you guys have a budget to buy these things.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes we lost the wage.
you lost when it was Georgia's week. Only once, guys.
Yeah, and I think she cooked that week. Bad timing. She shouldn't have, because nobody wanted to cook because there were no enough ingredients.
Who was the biggest game player like in this season of the year?
Biggest game player. Me.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, you played a game. I could see it. I could see that you also played a game, and in many instances when people like were very uncomfortable to admit to the fact that, and I'm sure a lot of people were like surprised because even Suze last week, when I interviewed him, he was like not seeing you being part of the top 3 or top 5 or top 5 in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
Because he had other people that he thought were probably, and he.
But also, you must understand that people that you interview also they might be responding based on what's happening on social media, right? Me being in the house, I don't know what's happening outside.
Yeah.
I don't know who people are gunning for, you know. But with how I've played my game in a sense of vulnerability, in the game. And I can only say me because it's me that I've seen
play the game
from week 1 till to date.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for coming through.
Pleasure.
I want to say thank you so much for coming, and I want to wish you nothing but the best. And your journey is starting, and you're gonna have a lot of these things where like you're gonna be seeing you in these billboards you wish to be on, being on these shows, whatever that you want to be on. And if there's like one thing you wish for yourself, is gonna happen, and that's you put your mind into being on Big Brother and endure for 70 days, and you made it through and become a top 3. Like many people wished they were in the top 3, and many thought they were gonna be in the top 3, but they never got there. So thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you,
and all the best.
Hey, Mara, you must change this name from Podcast About Nothing.
Because I don't want people
to sound like there's nothing. We've been talking
but anyway,
for like an hour now about something. So
the thing is like I don't want you to expect anything, you know. So if there's nothing, there's gonna be something in it and everything on it, you know. So man, thank you so much guys for watching. This was Podcast About Nothing with Nsuku. Peace.
This is the Podcast About Nothing with your host Leo Black, the Unfiltered Fool.